So what I thought that I wanted to do with you guys today was something festive. So they're very festive over here in Britain, and they really pull out all the stops when it comes to the holidays, and they make everything really nice and pretty. So I thought today we could do a nut roast wreath. Instead of just doing, you know, like your simple, you know, normal nut roast, we could put it in and then envelop it with layers of pastry. There's this like technique where you like cut triangles in the middle and then you know, fold it back in, and it makes it really pretty. And I'm gonna make it really easy for you guys because I know that like holidays, super overwhelming, and I don't really like to, I'm a pretty lazy cook anyways, as I've told you guys before. So yeah, so let's start. So what I'm just doing now is I'm just cutting up the mushrooms into small slices. I realized that what I didn't like about nut roast was kind of that it was just mushy and it didn't have any texture to it. So this we're just going to cut up into small pieces. Next I'm going to cut the kale into just small shreds because they all have to just kind of cook together. Get rid of these. You can save that for stock or something. Next is the onion. Okay, so next, these are the specialty ingredients. So I have some walnuts, some apricots, and some chestnuts that I'm just gonna make smaller. So they're still in, fairly big chunks. Like this. Quarter as well. Okay, so here's how they look. You can see that they're not too small of pieces, so there will be some texture. Going to add, so I just soaked some of this, so this is just cranberries, like a quarter cup. The first time I made nut roast, I just spent a ton of money on like all of these different kinds of like nuts, all of these different kinds of seeds, and then it ended up tasting like was just like a mush of everything, and it was just, I felt like it was the biggest waste. So this time I'm just going to fill it with things that I like, and I think that things that would actually like have texture and like taste different, and it's just not going to be like one big mush. I've decided to add rice pilafs to it, but you guys can add whatever you want. Use half of the stock cube. And because we're not going to use oil for this recipe, so this is essentially how we're going to cook the vegetables and everything else. Grab some water. Mix that together. Okay, so this is essentially what we're going to be working with here. So all of our like toppings, mushrooms. I actually made this a little bit earlier, so this is just cooled down wild rice. So that'll add some nice texture of all of our vegetables, and then this is the stock that we're going to be cooking with. Start off with the onions. So as soon as this evaporates and then gets some color to it, we're just gonna add in, you know, another tablespoon of the stock, and then we're gonna keep going until this gets some nice color. Okay, so at this stage I'm just gonna add in the mushrooms, because we need to take some water out of the mushrooms. Okay, so you can see that the mushrooms are releasing a lot of their liquid. It's like a lot of water in there. So I'm gonna use this opportunity to use some of that, and then we're gonna add in our kale. And the kale wilts pretty quickly, so I'm just gonna add in our butternut squash. And this was formerly frozen, so it's gonna cook a lot easier, but if you guys were using fresh, this might just take a couple minutes, just until it softens a bit. I mean, it's going back into the oven, so. And this will just plump up the apricots a bit, the moisture from this. Just throw in my rice. So time for your pastries. Make it really easy for yourself, guys, and just like go to the grocery store, get yourself like a short crust or like a pie crust thing, and that way you have everything ready, and just make sure to like defrost it so that you guys can roll it out afterwards. You can do this with phyllo pastry, which I like as well, because I like that phyllo is like lighter and thinner and it's kind of crunchier, but it's whatever you have at home. So this technique here is probably the easiest one that I've seen to make this holiday wreath. So essentially we're going to just cut out a big circle from the dough. We're going to have a little inner circle that you're not going to cut through. Use our fingers. Connect these two bits first. Okay. This bit. So then I think what I need to do is to do something like this. So I think what you're supposed to do is with the wreath, you're supposed to make like an indent. This is not supposed to cut. Okay. This gets divided into 8. So there's that. There's that. And then there's this. I don't think it needs to be too much because I'm not sure how this is going to close. Now I have some water because we might need that to glue. How does this work? Okay, so that's supposed to fold over. Okay, that's good. This is supposed to fold. So over. I think it should stick. Looks like it's sticking. This looks ominous. I'm like nervous. There's these additional pockets here, but I think probably just fill them up some more. But I'm gonna put it into the oven, I think 350 for like 20 minutes. Okay, so this could be a very bad idea, and I got these for another video. But like maybe if we put like little leaf print things on it? I don't know. Roll it out a bit. Okay, great. Then what I thought we could also do is, I don't know if this is going to come out, but you could probably draw some leaves, kind of like the veins into this. I don't know, I think these will just leave as like one thing in the middle. Okay. This actually looks really nice. All right, so that is it's gonna melt if I leave it out here any longer. So we're gonna put it into the oven. So I hope you guys all enjoyed making this really easy nut roast wreath recipe. I definitely think it's going to be a showstopper, so people are going to be like, ooh, like you're amazing, when it's just really easy to make. And those are definitely the recipes that you want to go for. So I hope you guys have a really nice day. I hope you guys have a really nice holiday with your family. And if you end up making it, tag me, Yasmin's Kitchen. I'd love to see it. And yeah, I will see you guys all again next time.